let's talk about Outlander Season 3, Episode 9, The Doldrums. First, some quick thoughts. The theme song has changed again, as well as the actual opening has changed. Like, the images have shifted quite a bit, indicating where we're going to be heading, a little bit of the theme of what's happening. I mean, they're going to the West Indies, where Margaret Campbell and her brother went, which is what I expected to happen, you know, Jamie and Claire to kind of follow there, because again, why would they have brought in Margaret Campbell if she wasn't going to come in again at some point? Ian was taken by a Portuguese ship going to Jamaica, so we're on our way to Jamaica. Unfortunately, they once again haven't told Jenny and Ian what happened. You know, I feel like it's like a trend where they just don't tell them what happens to their son. And I understand they're like, they don't want them to worry. But I feel like maybe you should let them know in case something happens to you. Then how would they know where to find their son if you're the only ones who know where he is? I mean, obviously we know they're not gonna die. But, you know, they don't know. As characters, they're not supposed to know that they're not gonna die. So, hence, they should have told Ian and Jenny. Am I making any sense? I enjoyed the moment between Claire and Jamie when they're looking at the moon, and Claire's talking about how, oh, you know, people I just like actually went to the moon in my time before I left, which, if you think about it, is like crazy concept, I'm guessing, for Jamie to think about. I mean, I'm sure he has his own idea of like, oh, okay, yeah, in the future they went to the moon. That's cool. But I don't think he has the same understanding of how they did it as we do, because the transportation at the time is not where it was at in the 60s. It's like as if someone from the future came and told us, oh yeah, we've gone to Mars. We like literally just, you know, went there before I came back to this time. And we'd be like, cool, but we'd have our own idea of like what it is to go to Mars. With the technology we know now, but it would still be in the vein of like a spaceship type of thing, right? So anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this. My point is, I just thought it was a cool moment, and it's just kind of crazy that Jamie is like, the moon is so beautiful. Yeah, we actually went there, and it's like, so crazy. And I love that he just doesn't even question it. He's like, oh, cool. Jamie getting acupuncture for his seasickness was hilarious when you find out that he has all these things in his head. But mostly, I was just thinking, could that really work? Because I get seasick, like, really bad. And I would totally be into acupuncture if it was helping me cure the seasickness, because it seemed to be really effective for him, because I've taken medication and that does not help whatsoever. It's just, so yeah. And now let's talk about the actual journey. So they're on our way, they're on a ship. Fergus is coming along. Unfortunately, he brought Marcelly, who is Leary's daughter. I did not recognize her, by the way. At first I was like, who's this girl? And then when they started to talk about Leary, I was like, oh, okay. I don't remember her. Like, I don't remember her face. For some reason, Leary's daughter seemed a lot younger to me, like the two of them. I don't know. Did they change the actress, or did I just not pay attention? I found it a little bit hard to care either way about Marcelly, because, like I said, I didn't remember her really. And on top of that, we've only met her last episode, so I have like no feelings towards her apart from like Jamie seemed to care for the daughters. And I was like, okay, cool, like it's cute, he cares for the daughters. Sure, Fergus, marry her. I don't know how, I just have no feelings about it. Except that, like I said, in the last episode, she seemed so kind of nice, but in this episode, she just seems like a new Leary, especially with her attitude towards Claire, which I get, you know, she obviously is, you know, Team Leary, because that's her mom, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like, okay, I feel nothing towards this. I just don't care. I did enjoy the whole superstition aspect of it a little bit, how they're all like, someone didn't touch the horseshoe, we're like doomed, this is not gonna happen. No more wind, water is just getting bad, everything is going bad. Looking at it from our point of view, we're just like, this is ridiculous, it's just bad luck. Even Clara's like, oh my God, like sure, I'll touch it, but you know, this is just superstition stuff. It's not real. I did love the way they got over that in the storyline, which was Mr. Willoughby sharing a story of his life when he notices that the wind was gonna come back. So he made it seem like it was him telling the story that brought the wind back and all of that. But really he was like, oh, he saw, you know, scientifically he saw that there's a bird there. And then usually when those birds fly low, then that means, you know, wind is like eventually gonna come, and then rain and all of that came as well. And I love how he kind of used that knowledge and turn things around on the boat. And I just really like him as a character. I want him and Claire to be like best friends. He's like the new Master Raymond or something. So also I talk about how Claire's medical knowledge would definitely be coming in handy this season. And yes, it certainly did. I mean, on the ship it did. Unfortunately, the handiness kind of turned a little bit against them because the British ship that came and was like, yeah, we're dying. There's some sort of plague. And she's like, I totally know what this is. Here's what you need to do. The new captain is like, okay, cool. We're just gonna keep you because we don't know what the hell we're doing and we need you to help us. And they just kind of like drive away, or like ship away, or they drive away. Drive away the ship. And then Jamie, who's definitely told her, I'm gonna be staying here until, and looking at that ship until you're back, is probably like, what? The good news is they're both going to the same place, so if Jamie's ship follows Claire's ship, they should be getting at about the same place. But yeah, so that's kind of how it ends when she's like, oh, cool, so yeah, you're kidnapping me, great. There were some good moments in the episode, but I will say that overall, I found it pretty slow. Like, I didn't expect an entire episode to be spent on the ship. When we went on the ship, especially with the opening song changing, I thought, oh my God, we're totally getting there in this episode. And I felt like it would have been enough to have been half of the episode on the ship and the other half getting there. And it just felt a little bit too long for me. Like, I was ready for more. I was like, all right. Are we getting there? Are we getting there? Are we getting there? Are we getting? Okay, we're just staying on the ship. All right, okay. So I'm just kind of waiting for them to actually get there. We have 4 episodes left this season, so we need to get things moving to the new wherever they're going or whatever's happening. That's all I'm saying. Of course, I would love to hear what your thoughts were on this episode. Did you find it a little bit slow like I did? Let me know in the comments. If you want to talk more about Outlander, you can always follow me on Twitter at Sandrine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!